Welcome back. Well, it's the winter months, and boy, are we seeing a changeable weather pattern. So let's take a look at this graphic, take it full. A lot to absorb here as we look at the daily highs and lows over the last 30 days. And notice on November 11th, we had our first light freeze. We have had another one since then, 32. But look at November, above normal temperatures, lots of 80s. And then recently, we've been up and down, mostly down, cooler than normal to start out the first week of December. And if we add it today, well, we got another 70s in there, 73, 74 the high across the board. But back to cool and dry as we have this dry northwesterly flow aloft with a cold vortex up in Canada supplying cold air and several weather systems. And when we have an atmospheric river feeding this snowstorm, so more snow for portions of Montana with this system. And then you have another one here. These are kind of Alberta clippers. They're affecting mainly the northern part of the U.S., but eventually dragging a front through our area from time to time, and that's what we saw during the course of the day today. That front passing on through the area this evening. High pressure building in overnight tonight. Temperatures dip down once again, upper 30s to lower 40s. So 70s today, and will be some 30 degrees, 25, 30 degrees cooler tonight. And a little bit of a wind chill out there with breezy winds, at least through the early evening hours. Then for our Thursday, temperatures topping out in the low to mid 60s. Normal this time of year is down to about 65, and normal lows down to about 45. So we're going to be moderating as we head into tomorrow night, as that high pressure off to the east allows for southerly winds. So some clouds, can't rule out a few possible sprinkles as we head into Friday afternoon. Going into Friday evening thereafter, just looks like we'll see partly cloudy skies. Could see some fog going into this weekend before a front gets here Saturday night late. That's when we're going to see some rain chances developing. We'll go about 60% for Saturday night. It's just going to be quick passing showers. Then high pressure builds in, and perhaps the coldest temperatures of the season with this ridge of high pressure. Remember, it's coming from snow-covered grounds off to the north, so there could be a winter chill colder than the lower 30s. Could be upper 20s for Acadiana. We'll have to wait and see on that. Where's the snow? We talked about this a little bit last night. All the snow up across the Rockies, the high plains, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the Northeast. And there's some snow on the higher mountains as you get into northeastern portions of Tennessee, western Virginia. But you really have to make a drive to see any snow this time around, at least this time of year, with snows staying well to the north. Statistical odds of a white Christmas in Acadiana, very, very low, less than 0.05%. But we look at earlier this year when we had the blizzard. Well, those odds of a blizzard are a little bit better, maybe about 0.5% versus 0.05%, so maybe 10 times better than getting it exactly for Christmas time. Hopefully we see some snow this winter. Can't tell you that, though. We'll just have to wait and see. We can't go beyond the 5-10-day forecast. That's about it. Mid to upper 30s tonight will favor lower 40s, I-10 corridor, and lower 40s down along the coast. And as we mentioned, back into the 60s for tomorrow afternoon. Into the 10-day forecast we go. So 60s tomorrow, 70s again for Friday, Saturday, maybe a passing shower or two Friday, Saturday. Rain chance of 60% Saturday night, ending early Sunday. Breezy, colder. We stay in the 40s Sunday and could dip down into the 20s come, say, Monday morning. And then as we head into next week, we'll see moderating temperatures, maybe another chance of rain mid next week. But 70s aren't done quite yet. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up in just a little bit.